Okay, so in this lesson, we're gonna do the windows now. And I will start by moving this 3D cursor over here so it's easier to work with. So select this floor, press tab, and select this. Actually, select only the top edge and press Shift S, cursor to selected. And there you go. We just use the floor as a tool. So now press Shift A, cube. Let's resize this cube on the z-axis, and I'm gonna say 19. I know these numbers because I created this window before as a test, so now I know what it works. Alright, so here I will press tab and I press Ctrl R to create one cut, two cuts. Roll the scroll button to get two cuts, exactly like this, and I right click to let them in place wherever they are, but equal distance. Alright, so with these two cuts selected, we're gonna resize them as on the z-axis, and I will say 2.7 and press enter, like this, to be at the top and at the bottom. Now I will press 3 or face select, and I will select this face and this face. I will press E to extrude, and I say 10, exactly like this. Now with these two faces selected, I will press Shift S, cursor to selected. So basically now the cursor goes over here in the middle of these two selected faces. Alright, because I say to selected, so it doesn't know if it should go up or down, so it just goes in the middle. Alright, so I need this cursor exactly like this. And now I go out of edit mode to object mode. I will right click on this object, set origin to 3D cursor, perfect. And I'll go to modifiers over here, and I search for mirror, and I will do the mirror on the y-axis like this. Perfect, absolutely perfect. And also I'm gonna enable clipping. Alright, so now I will press Ctrl A and I will create a mesh cube, and I will resize it on the z-axis. I will say 17 to go up and down, and also I will resize it on the x-axis. I will say 0.9. You can see all these numbers in the left top corner. Now I will take this one that I have over here. I will press Shift D. I press Y to move it only on the y-axis. S, Y, resize it to 0.3. So I put 0.3, and S, X, I'll say 0.5. Perfect. Make sure at the top and at the bottom it is inside. I think I need it a little bigger. So on the z-axis I'll resize it a little more to go like this inside. Perfect. Shift D, Y, the same distance left and right between them and between the big borders. Something like this. Select both of them, Shift D, Y, and move them to the right. Now take one of them, press Shift D, cancel the movement, right click, origin to 3D cursor. Now right click, set geometry to origin. So now it is in the middle. Press R to rotate, X for the x-axis, and say 90 degrees, like this. Say Z up, something like this. And we resize it on the y-axis, just enough to go inside, like this. And also, you see the clipping, how it looks? So I have to resize on the x-axis, let's say 0.8, it's enough. Alright, now 2 more steps and that's it. First we need to duplicate this one, so I will add an array. The count I will put it to 4. And here the x I put 0. And the y I put minus 17. It's too much. Let's get to no, something like this. Minus 13. Let's say minus 13. Now I will apply this array. I will also click on this border and I will apply the mirror. Perfect. I will select all these pieces of the window and I will press Ctrl J. So now it is one piece. So now to put it in place, there is a way to put it in place without going and arrange it and make sure it's in place, but there is a way actually. That way is to move the cursor wherever we need it, and then we put the origin to the cursor and then the window to the origin. There are 3 steps all the time, but it's fine, not a big deal. So I go here. So I went to this, okay, with the window. I select this, I go to tab, and I select this edge and this edge. Alright. I will shift S, cursor to selected. Okay, so now I go out of edit mode. I take the window, right click, origin to 3D cursor. So the orange dot moved there. Now on the window, right click and say geometry to origin. And look at that beauty. Alright. Now I take this one, press G, Y, and move it to the wall here. This will have to be done by hand. Make sure it goes the right way. And move this one a little more up, like this. G, Y, a bit inside. And now I want windows all the way until the end, and also up windows. And so for this I will use an array. I will say 5. So before we do this, I want to apply the scale, rotation and location of this window. So for this I press Ctrl A and say all transform. So here for the y-axis I will put -1, and look at that beauty. I think I want one more window. Okay. So now I will close this one. I will add another array. I will put here 0, and on the z-axis I will put 1. But this is not good enough because I need it a little more up. You see, there is space. So I will move it in such a way. I think this is good. I think actually this is perfect. Yes. So I have now 1.1. Perfect. Doesn't matter this side. That side will never show. If you go to camera view, it's very good. Yes, this was the lesson about creating the windows. Thank you for watching and see you in the next lesson. Bye!